Ryan had always been skeptical of supernatural stories. Ghosts, spirits, haunted places, all of it sounded like nonsense to him. He prided himself on being logical, a man of reason. But what happened that night changed his beliefs forever. It was a late evening at the office. The glow of the city lights stretched beyond the glass windows as Ryan packed up his laptop. The office was eerily quiet, the only sounds coming from the ticking clock and the faint hum of the vending machine. His colleagues had left hours ago, leaving him alone on the 14th floor. Sighing, he grabbed his bag and walked toward the elevator. He pressed the down button, watching as the digital display counted downward. Ding! The metallic doors slid open, revealing an empty cabin. Stepping inside, he hit the button for the ground floor and leaned against the wall, exhausted from the long day. The elevator moved smoothly, descending floor by floor. 14, 13. 12, then, suddenly, the lights flickered. The cabin shuddered and came to a stop. Ryan frowned. This isn't normal. Then, the digital display changed. 21, his heart skipped a beat. That didn't make sense. There is no 21st floor in this building. Before he could react, the doors slid open. A gust of cold air rushed in, sending shivers down his spine. The hallway in front of him was dimly lit, the walls cracked and stained with age. The air smelled musty, like something long abandoned. Ryan hesitated. Maybe this is some kind of maintenance floor? But that didn't explain why the building plans only showed 20 floors. As he debated stepping out, a low whisper brushed against his ears. Ryan! His breath hitched. He spun around, searching for the source of the voice, but he was still alone. Then, something changed. The atmosphere shifted, the air growing thick and heavy. A strange pressure built up in his chest, making it hard to breathe. The hallway in front of him seemed to stretch infinitely, the flickering bulbs casting airy shadows on the floor. He took a cautious step forward. The sound of his own footsteps echoed unnaturally, as if the hallway was swallowing the noise. The walls were lined with doors, some slightly ajar, revealing dark, empty rooms. And then a door creaked open further, ever so slowly. A shadow moved inside. Ryan's pulse skyrocketed. His instincts screamed at him to turn back, but his feet refused to move. A shape emerged from the darkness, a tall, gaunt figure, its limbs unnaturally long. It stood motionless, its face obscured by the shadows. Then it spoke. You shouldn't be here. Ryan bolted. Heart pounding, he sprinted back to the elevator, slamming the button frantically. Come on, come on. The doors took an agonizing moment to respond. Behind him, footsteps echoed. The whispering grew louder, overlapping voices filling the corridor. Stay with us. Stay. The elevator doors finally slammed shut. Ryan backed into the corner, panting. The digital display remained stuck on 21. Move. He jabbed the ground floor button repeatedly. The elevator trembled before descending. Relief washed over him. Maybe it was all some weird hallucination? Maybe he had fallen asleep at his desk, and this was all a dream? Then, the lights flickered again. A quiet giggle echoed inside the cabin. Ryan's stomach twisted. His reflection in the elevator mirror. It was smiling. But he wasn't. He stumbled backward, his mind screaming for an explanation. His reflection tilted its head unnaturally, grinning wider, its eyes dark and hollow. Then, it stepped forward. Ryan hit the wall behind him, trapped as his own reflection crawled out of the mirror. The last thing he saw before the lights went out was his own twisted doppelganger reaching for him with outstretched hands. Then, darkness. When Ryan woke up, he was sitting at his desk. The office was normal. The city lights twinkled outside. His laptop was still open, the same email draft on the screen. Had he fallen asleep? Shaking, he glanced at the clock. 8:45 p.m. The exact time he had entered the elevator. Trying to calm himself, he gathered his things and walked towards the elevator. The metallic doors opened with a soft ding. He hesitated, peering inside. His reflection stared back. And then, it smiled. If an elevator stopped at a floor that doesn't exist, would you step out? Or would you pray that the doors close before something steps in?